Alright, class, I hope you all remember to have read the first part of Chapter 3, because today's lesson is going to be rather important, and you will need to know this information for the exam next Friday. Joseph, are you paying attention? You need to put away your iPad, because you're not supposed to use any electronics during class.
Mr. Parker, don't you see that I am playing Paw Patrol Rescue Worker? It's one of my favorite games in the whole wide world, and I just can't stop playing.
Joseph, your iPad needs to go into your backpack, and you can't use it during class. And especially no video games are allowed during class.
This is more fun than listening to your silly boring lectures every single day, because your lectures make me fall asleep during class.
Joseph, you need to have an education, especially since you're having to repeat the 5th grade all over again. So I suggest you put your iPad away, otherwise I will keep it until the end of the school day.
Paw Patrol is far more educational. So is CoComelon, Super Simple Songs, Baby Shark, and Wonder Pets. So no, I don't need to listen to your boring lectures anymore. Even Paw Patrol is more educational.
You know what, you leave me no choice but to take your iPad and you can't have it back at the end of the school day.
No, you can't do that. I paid $3 million for that iPad. Hey, give that back or you're going to be getting a phone call from my lawyer tonight.
What you're saying doesn't make any sense, and you're getting it back at the end of the day.
I want my iPad, 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 I want my iPad. Give me back my iPad.
Joseph, get up off the floor and return to your seat, right now. You're not 3 years old. Now, I don't want to say this again, but you're not getting your iPad back until the end of the school day. However, if you keep up this behavior, you're not getting it back until the end of the week.
My goodness, this is really embarrassing. Are we going to have to put up with this every single day?
I know, right? I wish we could be in a different class. We are absolutely tired of Joseph and his temper tantrums. This is beyond embarrassing. It's getting really annoying already.
Joseph, go out into the hallway, and I will speak to you about your behavior in 5 to 10 minutes.
Why does Mr. Parker have to take away my iPad? He's reminding me of when Miss Dingley did the same thing to me last school year. And now I can't finish playing Paw Patrol. What is there to do now? Wait a minute, I know exactly what to do. I am going to leave the school, and go hang out with Arthur and Karen, and we will be watching baby shows and playing Paw Patrol. This will be the best thing that has ever happened to me.
Joseph, it's very nice to see you again, after all this time.
I know, it's so good to see you again, Arthur and Karen.
So, what was it that made you decide to come over to our house?
Well, long story short, I was playing Paw Patrol Rescue World on my iPad, but then my teacher took my iPad away and decided to keep it until the end of the school day. And then he made me wait in the hallway for 5 minutes.
How could he do such a thing? I'm going to sue him in court one of these days, and I'll demand $3,000 in compensation so that he won't ever take your iPad anymore, because without it, you can't watch any baby shows.
I am going to teach Mr. Parker a big lesson he won't forget. And I'll figure out something else because taking him to court might not work.
You've got that part right.
Hey Joseph. I have another iPad and I can give you.
Really?
Yes, and it also has Paw Patrol Rescue World installed on the device.
Oh good.
Let me bring that out to you really quick.
Wow, thank you so much, Arthur. That really means so much to me.
No problem. Say, Karen and I have an idea. Let's order some Happy Meals on Uber Eats, and we can watch Paw Patrol while we're having lunch. How does that sound?
You know what, I really like that idea.
You see, Joseph, this is so much more fun than going to school. And you won't ever have your iPad taken away from you, anymore.
I agree with you, 100%, Arthur. Not only that, Paw Patrol is one of my favorite shows in the whole wide world, and it's far more educational than Mr. Parker's boring lectures.
And another thing, we'll give you everything that you've always wanted but were unable to get. And even better, you won't be grounded by your parents, ever again. We will take you to every CoComelon concert, every Wonder Pets show, and we will buy you more DVDs of those shows the next time we go shopping. Anne, you might like this surprise. Arthur, can you explain?
We have also decided that we will be getting you a CoComelon piano from Target.
Now that will be the best thing that has ever happened to me. I've always wanted a toy piano, but my parents would not get me one.
Mr. Parker, report to the office immediately. Mr. Parker, report to the office immediately.
Class, I will be right back. My teaching assistant will watch over you for the next 5 or so minutes.
Mr. Parker, I need to show you some video surveillance footage. It has to do with Joseph. It happened just a few moments ago.
What has he done this time?
Come here, and I will show you the footage.
I know exactly what to do. I am going to leave the school, and go hang out with Arthur and Karen, and we will be watching baby shows and playing Paw Patrol. This will be the best thing that has ever happened to me.
I can't believe he would skip class. I told him to wait in the hallway for 5 minutes so I can have a discussion with him about his behavior.
I know, I'm going to give his parents a call about this, and I want him back at the school.
Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say.
Did you ever see a frog dancing on the log, down by the bay?
Oh no, who could that be? I better answer the door, I'll be right back. MRS. Reed, what in the world are you doing at my house? You know you will get in trouble for trespassing on my property like that.
I'm here because Joseph is in big trouble. He skipped school to hang out with you and Arthur, and I need him out here right now.
I beg your pardon, what did you just say to me?
I said, I need Joseph to come with me. I need to take him back to school.
I demand you stay away from Joseph, because he is my kid. And you can't do anything about it. So I suggest you leave my house right now, before I call the police.
Joseph Christopher Reed, you are in really big trouble. Let's get into the car and take you back to school.
No, I'm not going anywhere with you. Do I even know who you are? Karen is taking very good care of me and giving me everything that I have always asked for.
Joseph, don't play these games with me. We're taking you back to school, and that is final. Now, come with me.
What did I tell you about trying to take my kid away? Joseph is mine.
No, he is actually my youngest kid. He is not yours. He just came over to your house so that he can skip school. Now Joseph, let's go.
Hey, put me down, entitled Catherine.
Stop it. Just stop it. I'm going to sue the Reed family millions of dollars for this.
Mrs. Reed, thanks for stopping by the main office. Joseph, we really need to talk to you about the consequences you'll be facing for skipping school. This is an issue that is taken very seriously.
It is not okay that you just get up and leave school grounds like that. The school day ends at 3:15 in the afternoons.
However, since you're new to this school, we've decided that instead of giving you in-school suspension, you will be serving after-school detention with Mr. Parker for an hour, every day, for 2 weeks, starting from today.
I don't want to serve after school detention. 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 I don't want to serve after school detention.
Too bad, Joseph, you're going to be serving after-school detention with me. And that is final. Also, you're not getting your iPad back until 2 weeks is up. Now, let's go back to class.
No, I don't want to go back to class. I want to go back to Karen and Arthur's house.
You know what, you're going into the quiet room until you have calmed down, and then you'll come back to my class.
And Joseph, you are going to be so grounded when you get home from school.
Joseph, how many times do we have to tell you, no hanging out with Karen and Arthur? Not to mention, you cannot skip class.
You are grounded for 2 weeks. Now go upstairs to your room and start on your homework immediately. Joseph, Christopher, Reed.
Oh great, I cannot believe that we have to do 15 pages of homework, and that the assignment is due tomorrow at the beginning of second period.
I know, right? Mr. Wilson has got to be one of the hardest teachers at this school. Assigning us this much homework and expecting us to have it completed by tomorrow. This does not make any sense whatsoever. And I have so many other things going on that I don't think I can get this done in such a short amount of time.
I agree. Why doesn't he at least give us a week to get started on the assignment? He is one of the hardest teachers at this school. Besides, my dad and I watch Shining Time Station every afternoon.
Shining Time Station? What's that? I never heard of it before.
It's a preschool show that aired on PBS during the late 80s and early 90s. And it features segments from Thomas and Friends. My dad really likes that show, and we watch episodes just about every afternoon.
Brian, did I just hear you say that you watch Shining Time Station and Thomas and Friends?
Yes, Miss Abby. Why do you ask in the first place? This should not be any of your business.
Yeah. Why even bother asking Brian if he watches kids' shows?
Well, Brian is watching shows that are made for preschoolers and kindergartners, and he is in the 8th grade. And 8th graders don't watch preschool shows anymore.
Miss Abby, wait there just a minute. Does it bother you that I am watching Shining Time Station with my dad, and I am in the 8th grade?
I don't know if you have realized this. Shining Time Station is an old show that used to air on PBS during the 80s and 90s. And Brian showed me a few episodes. I personally prefer Shining Time Station over Coco Melon. And besides, a lot of grown-ups are watching older episodes of Sesame Street.
I don't care. Brian is an 8th grade student, and he needs to realize that he is too old to be watching those shows, because they're for babies and toddlers only. I don't allow middle schoolers to be watching baby shows, even if they're from the 80s.
We don't have time to discuss this any longer. Roger and I have homework to get done. Come on, let's get going.
Hold it right there, I'm not done talking to you. Come back here this instant.
Great. Can you believe that one of your teachers would complain at you and your dad liking classic baby shows?
I know, right, but I wouldn't get too worried about that too much. She probably doesn't understand that some people like kids shows and really miss their childhood days.
You know what? I'm starting to realize that what you just said makes sense. But we should get going before our parents start wondering where we are.
I agree. Hopefully, one of my teachers from 7th grade doesn't bother me about baby shows.
Hey Brian, how was your day at school?
It was okay, I guess, apart from Mr. Wilson assigning us 15 pages of homework that have to be completed by tomorrow at the beginning of second period.
You've got to be kidding me. He expects you to have it done by tomorrow?
Yes, unfortunately.
Well then, I guess we're going to have to request a schedule change. This is going to take up so much time that you won't be able to complete your other assignments.
The deadline for a schedule change is this Friday, so we have to do that as soon as possible.
Hey Brian and Catherine.
Hey Dad.
Hey Dave, Brian has a 15-page homework assignment that needs to get done no later than tomorrow at the beginning of second period. And he's not going to have the time to finish his other assignments.
That's very unusual. We're going to have to request for a schedule change very soon.
There's the doorbell.
You're not expecting anyone, are you?
No, I am not. Guess we'll have to answer the door.
Seriously? What are you doing at our house?
Well, you and your friend just walked away from me when I wasn't finished lecturing you.
Miss Abby, what is going on here?
You want to know what's going on? I'll tell you. Brian is an absolute man-child.
I beg your pardon. But Brian is very well behaved, and he gets very good grades. In fact, he is one of the top students at his school.
What exactly did he do to make you upset? Can you explain?
Well, he watches baby shows while he is 13 years old. Perhaps it would be a good idea to send him all the way back to preschool where he belongs.
Wow, I cannot believe you actually followed me to my house, just so that you can continue lecturing me about how I am too old to be watching Shining Time Station, when in fact, my dad and I watch episodes from that show almost every afternoon. And that show is from the late 80s and early 90s, and doesn't air on PBS anymore.
What do you mean, Brian?
Well, when Roger and I were leaving the school to go home, she overheard our conversation, and she approached us, and started to lecture to both of us about how we're not supposed to be watching kids' shows anymore. And we did not want to deal with that.
Exactly, and I found it very inconsiderate of you to just walk away from me when I was lecturing you. You should learn to show me some respect because I am a teacher.
Oh, for the love of Dave and Busters. Can't you just leave Brian alone?
I beg your pardon.
You heard us right, entitled Karen.
We cannot believe that you would just stop Brian from walking home from school and shame him just for watching Shining Time Station. My husband gets his inspirations from that show to do kids videos on YouTube.
He is 13 years old, and he's an 8th grader.
And so what?
We watched the show because I wanted to share my childhood memories with him.
And more importantly, you need to mind your own business, and find better things to do, like grade your students' homework assignments, help them prepare for exams. Don't go around shaming people over what they watch on TV.
Oh well, I don't think you two are good parents. allowing Brian to disrespect his teachers and watch shows that are only for babies and toddlers. You should be ashamed of yourselves. I think I'm going to give both of you a lecture so that you can teach Brian a very valuable lesson.
Now you just listen here. Dave and I good parents, and Brian always respects us and his teachers. But why should he do what some entitled Karen tells him, just because I let him watch kid shows from 30-some years ago? Now, I suggest you get off of our property, and I am going to have to report you to the school principal if you bother Brian again. Now, go on your way and leave us alone.
Cannot believe how disrespectful people are these days.
I think I should report you to the principal first thing tomorrow when I get to school.
Miss Abby, we need to have a very important discussion. Brian, you can go to your homeroom class.
What do you want, Principal?
Well, the way you were bothering Brian and Roger yesterday afternoon was totally unacceptable. You were giving him an unnecessary lecture about what he can and cannot watch on TV, and not to mention, you followed Brian to his house so that you could keep on bothering him.
But he needs to learn some respect. And he is too old for any baby show, no matter if it's from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, or from 2023. A baby show is a baby show, and Brian is 13 years old.
That is enough, I don't want to hear any of this. You need to learn to mind other people's business, not to mention, Brian isn't in your class anymore because he's now in the 8th grade. What you did is against school policies. And so, I am going to have to make a tough decision. Miss Abby, I am going to have to let you go from your teaching position at TheGoanimator Middle School. So you can gather your belongings and leave campus.
How could you do such a thing? I deserve to teach here, and you should be giving Brian an in-school suspension or something.
Did you not hear what I just said? I said, gather your belongings and leave the school, now.
Okay, fine, just you wait. I want you to do something about Brian's behavior.
Good afternoon once again, Joseph.
Good afternoon to you, Karen and Arthur. Thanks for having me on the meeting.
And good afternoon to you as well, Joseph. So, are you planning to teach Mr. Parker a big lesson that he won't forget?
Exactly. Even though I am happy that you two gave me another iPad, I am still angry that Mr. Parker won't give me my other iPad back to me until I have completed serving after school detention. It's only been like a few days, and I don't think I can take this anymore.
You know what? Arthur and I have a very good idea to get your other iPad back.
What will that be?
Listen very closely, because I know you're going to like what we're going to tell you. I have decided that tomorrow, you're going to sneak out of detention, and you'll come over to our place. We're going to make a suit that looks like Mr. Parker.
Oh my goodness, I have not done this in a very long time.
I know, and once you arrive at school, you're going to get into the Mr. Parker suit, and do something like ground the entire class for breaking some silly rules that have nothing to do with the actual classroom rules, or whatnot.
And sometimes, Mr. Parker is late because rush hour traffic can be really bad. Of course, he will be sent to the principal's office, and he will lose his job over whatever he did.
And that way, you can finally get your iPad back.
I really like that idea. I can't wait for Mr. Parker to lose his job, and Karen, I would like you to be the new teacher for my class.
I will most certainly do that. And I am going to teach the students that the world revolves around me, Arthur, Taryn, Larry Loud, and you Joseph. We are the most entitled people in the whole world, and no one can make silly rules for us.
Then, I can be the teacher's assistant.
And I have an especially great idea. We're going to have the class watch CoComelon, Super Simple Songs, Baby Shark, Blue's Clues, Thomas and Friends, Sesame Street, Blue's Clues, Wonder Pets, and Paw Patrol, and we're going to be watching these shows all day long. They are much more educational.
And we're going to teach everyone in the world that no one is too old to be watching those shows. As a matter of fact, they are actually for all ages, not just toddlers and preschoolers.
Anyways, Arthur and I have to get going for right now, because we're about to watch more episodes of Wonder Pets. But we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow afternoon and making the suit.
You take care, Arthur and Karen. I'll see you tomorrow after school.
You take care, Joseph.
Alright Joseph, you may now go. I'll see you tomorrow in class.
Alright, time to go home. And I will be watching baby shows after dinner.
Don't forget, you have homework to get done.
Joseph, so glad you are able to make it.
I'm glad to be here again, Karen and Arthur. Now, let's make the Mr. Parker suit.
What are we waiting for? Let's get to work immediately.
Joseph, how long do you think this is going to take to get the suit completed?
I know, if we all use GoAnimate logic, we should get this thing done in 30 minutes, an hour at most.
Let's get to work, and get this done really soon. Using the power of GoAnimate logic.
Wow, that was fast. I was anticipating it would take a few hours to make the suit.
Karen, I told you it would not take that long if we use GoAnimate logic, which we did. Now, I am going to take the suit tomorrow. I can't wait to see the look on Mr. Parker's face when he is told that he is losing his job. Alright, now this is going to be the best day in my life. I am going to get into the suit, and then make the class think Mr. Parker is the one making up silly rules and grounding everyone in the class.
Alright class, Joseph will be marked absent for the day. Anyways, I am going to use the restroom, so please stay in your seats because I will be back in no more than 5 minutes.
Mr. Parker, you're back early.
Hey, don't you talk to me like that. I am the teacher, and I do whatever I want. Now, we're going to be watching some Coco Melon for the remainder of the school day.
Wait, what? Are we in preschool or something? This is the 5th grade.
I don't care. I am the teacher, and what I say is final. And we're going to watch Coco Melon. Now, be quiet, or you will be grounded.
Hey, you can't ground us. You are not my dad. Now, let's get with today's lesson.
Hey, what did I say about talking back? You get 1 strike, 2 more and then you're grounded.
We're not interested in Coco Melon, especially since I have to listen to it every single day because my younger sibling watches it.
Stefan, you have just received your 2nd strike. 1 more and you're grounded, and I'm sending you to the special timeout corner.
Seriously, what is the special timeout corner?
The special timeout corner is where kids go for misbehaving. It has wooden spoons and spatulas on the wall.
The special timeout room doesn't even exist in this school. What you're saying doesn't make any sense at all.
You are all grounded for 1 billion trillion Google Plex generations. Now face my teeth. Face it.
You know what? We're telling the principal.
This is going very smoothly. I can't wait until the principal calls Mr. Parker into her office. And then I'm going to have Karen become the new teacher.
Mr. Parker, report to my office immediately. Mr. Parker, report to my office immediately.
Yes, everything is going according to plans.
Principal Jones, why are you angry? What did I do?
Mr. Parker, don't play smart with me. You know exactly what you did in your classroom. Your students filed a complaint with me, and I even have video surveillance footage.
Principal Jones, there is no way I could have done any of this. I was using the restroom, and I was about to return to my classroom when you called me into the office.
Don't lie to me. That will only make things worse.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. There is no way I could have done any of this.
Maybe if I show you, then you will understand. Come over here.
You are all grounded for 1 billion trillion Google Plex generations. Now face my teeth. Face it.
Principal Jones, again, I could not have done any of this. I don't talk this way to my students, and I didn't even intend to have the class be watching Coco Melon.
Mr. Parker, this is something to be taken seriously. Because of your behavior, I am letting you go from your position. Now get out of my office.
Wait a minute, that's a suit that looks like me, and I have a feeling some troublemaker is behind all of this. Most likely Joseph did all of this. And he may have just run off of school grounds after getting me terminated from my job. Wait a minute, I can see him walking home. I'm going to bring him back to the school. He is in so much trouble.
Yes, Mr. Parker has just lost his teaching job. Now, I'm going over to Karen's house, and Karen will be the new teacher. We're going to show the students that the world revolves around us.
Joseph, Reed, get into the car right now. You are in big trouble.
Mr. Parker, so it was Joseph who was behind all of this?
I believe it was. In fact, I found this suit by the main entrance. It looks just like me.
Now, looking at the surveillance tapes, I found out that it was Joseph who got you terminated from your job. I'll play the tape right now.
Alright, now this is going to be the best day in my life. I am going to get into the suit, and then make the class think Mr. Parker is the one making up silly rules and grounding everyone in the class.
Joseph, what you did was very serious. You nearly cost Mr. Parker his teaching job. And for this, you will be serving in school suspension for a month, starting from today. Go there, right now. And I will be informing your parents about this.
Joseph, we cannot believe how angry we are with you right now. Why did you get your teacher terminated from his job? That was the most insane thing you have ever done.
For this, you will be grounded for a month. No Coco Melon, no Barney and Friends, no super simple songs, no TV, no video games, no iPad, and no more talking to or hanging out with Arthur and Karen. Now go upstairs to your room now.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Hello.
Hey Stephen, it's your mommy. We haven't seen each other in a while.
Oh, hey mommy, it's been a while. Like several months.
I know, it's been a long time. How have you been doing so far?
I've been doing good, same thing, still watching my favorite baby shows, including Baby Einstein.
I'm glad you're still watching your favorite shows from childhood, and I'm especially happy for you watching baby shows that are made today. How is Coco Melon?
I especially enjoy Coco Melon, and as a matter of fact, it's now one of my favorite baby shows of all time. Every time Dave comes to see me, or I go see him, we watch Coco Melon, and sometimes, we watch Super Simple Songs, also another favorite of mine.
I'm happy that you're enjoying all the baby shows you can enjoy. And I have good news for you. In 2 days, I will be coming over to your house, and we can watch Coco Melon together and any baby show you like. And I can even buy you some kid cuisine, frozen and dinners while we're watching Coco Melon.
Are you seriously coming over to visit me and my family?
Yes, I will be coming over in 2 days from now.
Mom, I'm very happy that you're coming over to our house. I cannot wait to see you again. Anyways, I must get going for now. My family and I are going to the park in 15 minutes. But I will see you in 2 days.
See you in 2 days, Stephen.
Yay. I'm so happy that my mom is going to come over in 2 days. I cannot wait for this moment.
All right, Stephen, what is it that you're all excited about? And please stop jumping on the couch.
My mommy will be coming to visit 2 days from today. And I'm excited because I haven't seen her in several months.
Of course, the one who is responsible for why you behave the way you do, because she gives you everything you want.
Hey! Don't talk like that about my mommy. She loves me very much, despite my flaws, and she doesn't actually make me that spoiled like you think.
Oh really? Then why is it that you act so childish most of the time? I mean, come on, you need to start acting more grown-up for once.
I do act grown-up, it's just that you don't want me watching Baby Einstein, Coco Melon, The Magic School Bus, Blue's Clues, or Wonder Pets.
Let me guess. Your mom still likes watching baby shows with you.
Exactly.
I wish that you would give up on these shows because they're for babies only, and you're 41 years old.
Finally, my mommy is here. This is the best day in my life. Mommy, it's so good to see you after all this time.
Stephen, my sweet apple pie, it's so good to see you as well.
Well then, why don't you come in the house?
Of course, I have traveled all the way from Goanimate City just to see you. Wow, this is a nice house that you had.
It's alright, okay. I guess. I actually wanted to paint Coco Melon on the walls, but Ashley would not let me.
Great. I cannot believe that Ashley can be a Catherine sometimes.
Well, not exactly. She can be a little bossy sometimes. However, she still loves me. After all, we've been married for 15 years.
Well then, if she keeps telling you that you're too old for Barney and Friends or Coco Melon, you can call me about it.
I will. So, let's sit on the couch and talk.
Wow, this couch is very comfortable.
I know, and this is why the living room is my absolute favorite place in the house. Plus, I really like jumping on the couch.
I know you've enjoyed doing so ever since you were a little kid.
By the way, I have 2 things. Number 1, I'm thirsty, and number 2, we should watch Coco Melon.
What would you like?
I would like to have some milk in a baby bottle. And some kid cuisine frozen dinners.
I'm sorry, but I sold the baby bottles at a garage sale, shortly after Dave turned 4 years old.
Wait, what? Why? I want a baby bottle, I want a baby bottle, I want a baby bottle, I want a baby bottle.
Now, don't you cry, my sweet apple pie. Mommy is going to sing you a lullaby. I'm sorry that Mommy doesn't have baby bottles anymore. How about I give you some big kid milk and cookies instead?
I think I hear Grandma's voice.
Same here. It's been forever since she last came to the house. I don't know why she's here today.
Kids, I think your father invited her over because he hasn't seen her in such a long time. Let's go and say hello to Grandma Elizabeth before we run errands. Oh my goodness, what in the world am I seeing?
Well, Stephen was thirsty, and I decided to give him a bottle of milk. Are you all acting like you haven't seen a grown-up having milk before, even at breakfast?
It's not that he's having milk. In fact, he does have milk most days during breakfast. It's that you're feeding him like he's some giant baby. For the love of Domino's Pizza, you need to stop treating him like a baby because he is 41 years old, and he knows how to feed himself. Also, why are you two watching CoComelon? He also needs to stop watching these shows.
Now listen here, entitled Catherine. Dave will always be my baby kid, and I'll treat him however I want to.
Well, surely it must be embarrassing to you because he is 41 years old, and he still acts like a little kid. He would not behave like this if you didn't stop giving him whatever he wanted all of the time.
How dare you talk about Stephen like that? At least I understand him and his brother Dave. But you are always complaining about how my Stephen is.
I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous regarding to how he behaves. He is a grown-up for crying out loud.
Grandma, I agree with what Mom is saying. It can get rather embarrassing when he throws tantrums, especially when we go places.
Yeah, this is why we can't bring him to parent-teacher conferences anymore just in case he throws a tantrum over something that doesn't even make any sense.
Maybe, if you would be more understanding, boy, and accept him for who he is, he will throw tantrums less frequently, rather than complaining at him.
The milk was so delicious. Now, time to have some cookies. And look, our favorite CoComelon song is about to play.
I'm glad you liked your milk. Now, we'll sing our favorite song, and then we'll have cookies. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town.
Words cannot explain how embarrassed I am right now. Why is even Grandma still into these silly baby shows?
I know, right? Come on kids, let's do some shopping.
The doors on the bus go open and close, open and close, open and close. The doors on the bus go open and close, all through the town.
Joseph, wake up. Joseph, wake up, now.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Parker, I am trying to take a nap because just sitting here in detention is incredibly boring, and a total waste of my time.
First of all, you're not supposed to be sleeping during detention. And second of all, you should have gotten enough sleep last night so that you can be rested for the school day.
Why can't you let me take a nap during detention? I am already bored with having to stay after school for an hour every single day. If you can't let me take a nap, then I want to go home now.
Joseph, stop it. I especially don't want you throwing a temper tantrum like a little kid. You need to understand why you're in detention every day. And you're not going home because it's only been 15 minutes, and detention lasts for an hour.
I want to go home, 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 I want to go home. Why can't you let me go home? Entitled Catherine.
Get up off the floor right now, get back in your seat, stop acting like a 3-year-old, and I want you to remain quiet during the rest of detention. In fact, I want you to do your homework assignments. That's it. Joseph. I'm going to have to send you to the quiet room until you have calmed down.
Do you have any idea what is making me angry? It's not just that I have to serve detention after school every single day. Mr. Parker is an entitled Catherine and won't let me take a nap during detention. This is so not fair, and not very fun at all. I am tired of being in detention, and I am tired of being in the 5th grade. I don't even want to go to 6th grade next year. I'd like to be in preschool or kindergarten instead. But I cannot board Dave's school bus because I am not a preschool student. I have to think of something to get myself to preschool instead of the 5th grade. Wait a minute, I have just the right idea. I'm going to have Karen give me a ride to GoAnimate City Preschool tomorrow, and then I will be able to take a nap for 45 minutes, eat popcorn, sing my favorite songs, and watch my favorite show in the whole wide world, CoComelon. This will be a lot better than being in the silly 5th grade. Lunchbox, check. Crayons, check. Coloring books, check. Looks like I'm all set for school. This is going to be the best day in my life. Looks like my ride is here. I'm going to get to school in a shorter amount of time than when I take the bus.
Hello, kid. Are you here to volunteer to help out the little ones in class?
Actually, I was held back all the way to preschool because I keep failing every single homework assignment and every single exam. I get 0 points on everything, and that's why I got sent to preschool.
That sounds unusual. I never heard of anything like that. Are you sure?
I'm going to take my seat then, and I cannot wait to be singing CoComelon. By the way, my name is Joseph Reed.
Wait, Joseph, where are you going? Aren't you too big to sit in those chairs?
These seats are very little. Why can't they make them bigger?
Joseph, you're 11 years old, I believe, and that's why you can't fit into those seats anymore. They're made for much younger kids. Now, you're not enrolled in my class, and I think you should be at your elementary school. Not here.
I don't want to go to 5th grade. I want to be here in preschool, and I want the chairs and tables to be bigger.
Seriously, are you going to throw a tantrum in front of the 3, 4, and 5-year-olds?
This is very embarrassing.
I agree. A kid who is 10 years old, throwing a tantrum.
Joseph, I want you out of my classroom, right now. And I will be calling your parents about this. Come with me outside and tell me their phone number, and then you can wait at the main entrance for them to come and pick you up.
I want to be in preschool, not 5th grade. I want to take a nap for 45 minutes, eat popcorn, sing CoComelon songs, and color with crayons.
Joseph, that is enough. You're not going to preschool and that is final. So stop throwing your childish tantrums.
I never get to do all of those fun things in the 5th grade. All I ever do is sit and listen to Mr. Parker's boring lectures. Why do that when I can color with crayons, listen to CoComelon?
You do realize that you're too old for preschool stuff, because you're 11 years old, and kids your age have already moved on from preschool stuff. Now, more importantly, what you did was inside. Trying to skip class and go into a grade that you're not in.
But I don't belong in the 5th grade. I belong in preschool. And that is final.
You were in preschool like 6 to 8 years ago. And you don't belong there anymore. Now, because of what you did, you will be grounded until the end of this month. This means no going trick-or-treating, no watching CoComelon, no baby shows, no talking with Arthur and Karen, especially. And when you get home from detention, you will immediately go upstairs to your room and start on your homework, and do not slam the door. Or your grounding will get extended even more. Do you understand me?
Take me back to preschool, 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 take me back to preschool.
Joseph, stop crying like a big baby. I need to concentrate on the road. Hey, don't you call me a big baby, you're an entitled Catherine. And I am going to make sure that you give me $3,000 in compensation when I take you to court.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Come on, Joseph, you need to get to class, you're already late.
I don't want to go to school, 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 I don't want to go to school. Mom, I want to go home and watch super simple songs.
That's it, Joseph Christopher Reed, I have no choice but to carry you to the school entrance.
Hey, put me down right now. I don't deserve to be treated like this.
Stop it. Just stop it.
You're going to school, and that is final.
Alright class, because there is no school on Friday, and no assignments due until next week, what I decided to do was to have a movie day throughout the entire day. So, what I want all of you to do is to bring a suitable movie of your choice. However, I need to remind you that whatever movie you bring must be rated G, or PG.
You know what I am thinking? I'm going to bring my CoComelon DVDs to class, but first, I'm going to put the disc into the DVD case for Cars, and Mr. Parker is going to think that I brought Cars to movie day.
Joseph, is there anything that's funny?
No, I'm just very happy that tomorrow is movie day, and I get to bring my favorite movie to class.
Good to hear, because you're only allowed to bring in a movie that is rated G or PG.
I understand.
Class is now dismissed. See you all tomorrow.
Alright, now that I'm home, I'm going to take the CoComelon DVD and put it into the case that is supposed to have the Cars DVD. So happy that the class is going to watch CoComelon, and we will all sing my favorite songs in the world, including Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and The Wheels on the Bus. Alright, I just put the CoComelon DVD into the Cars DVD case. And Mr. Parker is going to think I brought Cars. Now, time to watch super simple songs on my iPad.
Good morning, class. I am so happy that all of you were able to bring in a suitable movie of your choice. First, let's start with what Joseph brought. Joseph, what movie did you bring for today?
I brought Cars.
That sounds like a good choice. Give me the DVD case, and I will start the film. Wait a minute, what in the world is this? Joseph, why did you bring CoComelon?
It's because CoComelon is suitable for all ages, isn't it? After all, it's not rated PG-13.
Joseph, CoComelon is a show for toddlers and preschoolers, and this is the 5th grade. Don't you have anything else you brought with you today?
No, it's for all ages, and I want to watch CoComelon.
We're not watching CoComelon, so I'm going to give you your DVD back. Does anyone else have a suitable movie for us to watch?
I want to watch CoComelon. 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 I want to watch CoComelon.
Joseph, stop it with the childish tantrums already. We're not going to watch CoComelon because it's for little kids, not for 5th graders. We're instead going to watch a movie that someone else brought. So get up off the floor and return to your seat.
You know what? I'm really tired of Joseph's behavior. He always throws a tantrum every time he doesn't get his way.
I agree with you, Stefan. I think we should discuss this with Mr. Parker at the end of the school day. I don't think Joseph should be in this class anymore. His behavior is really embarrassing.
That's it. Joseph Christopher Reed. Either go to the quiet room, or go to the principal's office.
No, not the principal's office. I don't want to go to the principal's office. I don't want to go to the principal's office. I don't want to go to the principal's office. I don't want to go to the principal's office. I don't want to go to the principal's office.
Well then, you're going to the quiet room until you calm down. Come with me, right now. And we'll also be calling your parents about the way you are acting, if you keep up this behavior.
See, this is why I want Joseph to be in a different class.
I totally agree with you. I don't know what his problem is.
Miss Stevenson, can you watch over Joseph until he calms down? I think this is the 2nd time I've sent him here to the quiet room.
Sure thing, Mr. Parker.
Thank you. I got to go back to my classroom. See you in 45 minutes, or however long it takes Joseph to calm down.
So Joseph, what's the matter now? I'm here for you, because I'm your new best friend.
Well, today is movie day in my class, and I brought my CoComelon DVD for the class to see. But Mr. Parker won't put on CoComelon.
No worries, Joseph. We can watch CoComelon here in the quiet room.
Oh, thank you very much. Miss Stevenson, here's the DVD. The case is for the Cars DVD, but it actually has a CoComelon DVD inside.
Thanks, Joseph. I'll put that into the DVD player. So, what would you like to listen to first?
How about The Wheels on the Bus?
Sounds good. I will be in the corner doing some paperwork. If you need anything, let me know.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town.
Another day, another afternoon in detention, having to stay here after school for an hour, every single day. And Mr. Parker will not let me watch CoComelon on any of my electronic devices while in detention. When is this nonsense going to be over with? I really want to be at home right now, but I can't. I have to figure out something in order to make detention more fun, or better the school day. But I don't know what to do at the moment. What is there? Wait a minute, I know what to do. I'm going to get Tom and Joey onto a Zoom meeting after I get off of detention. And we're going to turn this classroom into a preschool, just for us, and Karen will be the preschool teacher. This is going to be the best thing that I have ever done in my entire life. Finally creating a preschool of my own. And something else in mind. Mr. Parker is not going to be back for another 5 or so minutes. So this gives me the chance to leave detention early. Okay, now that I'm home from school, I'm going to call Tom, and we're discussing our plans to turn my classroom into a big kid preschool. Hello.
Hey Joseph, so we're going to discuss turning your classroom into a big kid preschool, is that right?
Yes, so here is the plan. We're going to move the desks and chairs to the side of the room. Then, we will put a circle carpet into the center of the room. And we'll also be putting bean bags on the circle carpet.
Who is going to be the instructor for the big kid preschool?
It will be Larry Loud.
Oh, sounds good. And let me take a guess, we are going to be able to watch CoComelon, Super Simple Songs, Baby Shark, Thomas and Friends, Bobby the Train, Wonder Pets, and Paw Patrol.
That's exactly what we're going to do, Tom. And Joey is going to bring us some popcorn, potato chips, milk and cookies, all of the food we loved eating while we were in preschool.
So, do you have any idea to reorganize the classroom?
We're going to use GoAnimate logic so that we can get the room organized in only a few minutes.
Anyways, I'm going to get going for now. But I am so excited to be part of your new big kid preschool, along with Joey, and I can't wait for the opportunity to be watching baby shows all day long. No boring lectures, no homework, no having to study for tests, no projects. I'll see you tomorrow, Joseph.
You take care, Tom.
All right, let's get down to business. Everyone, let's move the desks to the back of the room.
Alright, here's the next thing we're going to do. I will bring in the circle carpet. Tom and Joey bring in the bean bags. Okay, that's just about everything we need. Now, let's get Larry Loud into the room, and we're going to start our preschool session.
I will get Larry Loud into the room. He is waiting in the hallway.
Alright everyone, you can take your seats. Today is the first day of Big Kid Preschool. And here is what we'll do today. Now, I will put on Coco Melon.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The doors on the bus go open and close, open and close, open and close. The doors on the bus go open and close, all through the town.
The driver on the bus says move on back, move on back, move on back. The driver on the bus says move on back, all through the town.
The wipers on the bus go swish swish swish, swish swish swish, swish swish swish. The wipers on the bus go swish swish swish, all through the town.
Wait a minute, why am I hearing a kid's song playing in the classroom? I better see what is going on.
The people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up and down, all through the town.
Mr. Parker, why did you turn off Coco Melon?
Larry Loud, you're not supposed to be here, number 1, and number 2, my classroom is not a preschool or a daycare.
How could you turn off Coco Melon? We were just getting started with our first day in our new Big Kid Preschool.
Joseph, I think you were the one behind all of this. And no, I'm not turning Coco Melon back on. I have to get ready for the day, and I'm going to have to reorganize the classroom.
Turn on Coco Melon, 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 turn on Coco Melon. I want you to turn on Coco Melon.
Joseph. No! I'm not going to turn the TV back on. I need to organize the classroom, thanks to you. And I'm going to send you all to the principal's office.
You cannot send me to the principal's office. And as a matter of fact, I own this classroom, and that's why I can make it into a big boy preschool. So I want you to leave, or I am going to have you charged for trespassing on my property.
I agree with everything Joseph said. Mr. Parker, you better leave this classroom because it is ours.
Joseph. No! You know this is not your classroom. It actually belongs to the school, even though I'm using it for the school year. Now, all of you, to the principal's office.
I don't want to go to the principal's office. I don't want to go to the principal's office. I don't want to go to the principal's office. I don't want to go to the principal's office. I don't want to go to the principal's office. I don't want to go to the principal's office.
That's it. All of you, to the principal's office, now.
Joseph, thank goodness, you came to my office when Mr. Parker told you to do so. Because I saw most everything on the surveillance cameras. Not only you tried to make the classroom like it's a preschool, you brought visitors to campus without having them sign in at the main office. And Larry Loud, you're not even supposed to come back to campus after you dropped out of high school last year. For the rest of you, what are your names?
I am Tom Hendricks.
I'm Joey Andrews.
All four of you, I am going to call your parents. Larry, Joey, and Tom, get out of my office and wait at the main entrance for your parents to pick you up. And Joseph, you will be serving in school suspension for 2 weeks starting from today, and you will still be serving after school detention with Mr. Parker.
Tom, we cannot believe you were hanging out with Joseph, Larry Luce, and Joey, and you went into Joseph's classroom to the special school, pretending it's a preschool.
For this, you will be grounded for a month starting from today. No hanging out with Joey or Joseph because they're troublemakers. You can only leave the house to go for a walk around the neighborhood. Now go upstairs to your room.
Joey, what in the world is wrong with you? We cannot believe that you went to Joseph's school and were hanging out with him in the classroom, and Tom was with you as well, along with Larry Loud.
You're even more grounded for another month. Do not hang out with Tom, Joseph, or Larry Loud, do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Now go upstairs to your room.
Joseph Christopher Reed, we cannot believe that you decided to turn your classroom into a pretend preschool, and you also invited your troublemaking friends over. That's it.
You will be grounded until the end of the month, which means you will not be going trick-or-treating for Halloween this year.
I want to go trick-or-treating, 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 I want to go trick-or-treating.
Joseph, get up off the floor right now and go upstairs to your room.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Sir, you know what? I really like listening to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. This song is so relaxing that it helps me concentrate more.
I haven't thought about that, Alan. But yes, I agree that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is a relaxing song.
And as a matter of fact, I'm thinking of starting a kids YouTube channel myself. Just like Dave is doing.
I think that is an excellent idea. But I think you should collaborate with someone because that is going to be a lot of work. And by the way, who is Dave?
Dave is a preschool bus driver, and he has a kids channel of his own. In fact, the day he babysat me, he showed me some videos from his YouTube channel, and they were very good. He now has 100,000 subscribers.
I didn't know that. So, what is his YouTube channel?
Dave's Nursery Rhymes and Kids Songs.
Sounds good, I'll check it out one of these days. Say, one of these days, we should hang out, perhaps get coffee, or bagels.
That sounds like a perfect idea.
I'm free this Friday after school. Are you available then?
Yes, I would like to go have vigils today.
I'll give you my WhatsApp so that we stay in contact with one another.
That definitely sounds good.
So, what CoComelon song would you like to listen to after Twinkle Twinkle Little Star?
I'm thinking head, shoulders, knees and toes.
Sounds good with me.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Hey Mom, I would like you to meet my new best friend. This is Sarah.
Hey Sarah, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Mrs. Peterson.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
So, are you the student in the quiet room, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, that's where we met. And Alan really enjoys being in the quiet room.
It's good to hear. So, what can I get for you two to eat?
I was thinking apples and cheese.
Yes, same here.
Sounds good with me.
And here is what we will see. Let's go through the anything tunnel.
Alan and Sarah, how is everything going? What's the show?
It's an episode of Shining Time Station, a classic kids show from the 80s and 90s.
That's fine. Just don't be watching TV for too long because both of you have homework to get done.
Actually, we don't have that much homework, especially since Alan spends most of the school day in the quiet room.
Oh, okay. I'll be back in 30 to 45 minutes. Dinner will be ready by then.
After this, we should continue with CoComelon.
I agree with you.
Twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are.
Alright Alan and Sarah, dinner is ready. I think you're definitely too old for that show. You should be watching the other show instead, Shining Time Station.
Excuse me, but who do you think you are? We watch CoComelon every day in the quiet room, and no one cares that we watch that channel. Besides, I like to watch CoComelon with one of my younger siblings on the weekends.
Yeah.
Alan, don't you worry, everything is going to be fine.
Alan, I think you've been watching TV a little too long. Why don't you come to the dining room and have some dinner? Besides, don't get me started with this childish behavior.
Mrs. Peterson, I think you should be more understanding of Alan. He has autism, and that is why he sometimes cannot control the way he behaves. I also have family members who have autism. And we're working with them on how to navigate in the real world.
Sarah, I understand. But I think one thing Alan needs to do is to move on from these silly baby shows, because most people his age have moved on from those. Besides, CoComelon is annoying compared to kids' shows from the 80s or 90s.
Alan, everything is going to be fine. We're going to work with you on improving your behavior. Now, let's have dinner with your mother. Okay?
I guess you're right. I'm going to turn off the TV.
DW and Kate, today we're going to the Walmart Supercenter because we need to get groceries. We're almost out of them. What is it that we need to get today? I thought we didn't need to buy groceries at least for another week or two.
Well, we need to get fruits, vegetables, snacks, toilet paper, milk, juice, cereal, and so forth. Joseph had a lot of food such that we are almost out. That's why we need to go to Walmart today.
Why don't all of you go wait for me in the car? I'm going to get Joseph downstairs.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The doors on the bus go open and close, open and close, open and close. The doors on the bus go open and close, all through the town.
The driver on the bus says move on back, move on back, move on back. The driver on the bus says move on back, all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish swish swish, swish swish swish, swish swish swish. The wipers on the bus go swish swish swish, all through the town. Oh no, what is it now?
Joseph, can you come downstairs?
I can't hear you.
Joseph, can you come downstairs? We're going grocery shopping because you ate a lot of the food, and we're almost out.
No, I am not coming downstairs. I'm staying here so I can dance to Coco Melon.
Joseph, can you come downstairs? We're going grocery shopping because you ate a lot of the food, and we're almost out.
I don't want to come to Walmart. I'm staying here and dancing to Coco Melon.
No, you're coming with us. Number 1. Number 2, you've been on your iPad for long enough. Number 3, you're too old for Coco Melon like your dad and I told you millions of times. Now, come downstairs, please.
No, I am never coming downstairs. I want to stay home and listen to Coco Melon some more.
Joseph, if you don't come downstairs, I am going to have to turn off the iPad myself.
Like I said, I am not coming downstairs, and that is final. Turn the iPad back on, 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 turn the iPad back on.
Joseph Christopher Reed, get up off the floor right now and come downstairs, and let's get into the car. We need to go to Walmart.
I don't want to go to Walmart, and that is final.
That's it. You leave me with no choice but to carry you to the car.
Wait, what do you think you're doing? Put me down this instant. I want to stay home, and that's final.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Alright family, now that we're at Walmart, I will be getting the groceries, while the rest of you may look around to see what you want to buy or what you want me to get, and let me know on WhatsApp what it is you're thinking of getting.
Joseph, don't even think about getting a Coco Melon toy because you're too old for that.
Okay, Dad. I promise I won't get a Coco Melon toy. Alright, just what I wanted, Kid Cuisine frozen dinners. These are so good, and I can watch Coco Melon while eating one of these dinners. I'm going to get Mom to buy it for me. Excuse me, but you look very familiar, number 1, and number 2, that is my Kid Cuisine dinner that you have.
You look familiar as well. And that Kid Cuisine dinner that I have is actually for my dad because he's bringing it to the preschool. Besides, there are plenty of Kid Cuisine dinners in the frozen food section.
I don't care, that is my Kid Cuisine dinner. Go find something else, and give me that Kid Cuisine dinner, right now.
Kid, like I said, there are plenty of Kid Cuisine dinners in the frozen food section. Now, if you will stop bothering me, that would be great. My parents and my sister are not far from this aisle. And I can get them to deal with you.
No, I am not going to take your silly advice. I demand you give me that Kid Cuisine frozen dinner. And you know what? I don't care if you give me advice. Do you want to put a fight?
I do not have time for this, and as a matter of fact, I am getting my parents to deal with you.
Brian, we've had some commotion. What is going on?
Dad, I have the frozen dinner that you need, but this kid is demanding that I give it to him, claiming it's his, when it isn't.
Joseph, you need to mind your own business and stop bothering Brian over that frozen dinner. I overheard your conversation just a few aisles from the frozen food section. Besides, like Brian just said, there are plenty of Kid Cuisine frozen dinners in this aisle.
No, not until he gives me back my Kid Cuisine dinner. That is actually mine.
Joseph, that frozen dinner isn't yours. My dad needs to get it so he can bring it to the preschool students. So, why don't you leave my brother alone?
Give me that Kid Cuisine dinner, 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 give me that Kid Cuisine dinner.
Absolutely no! Dave needs that frozen dinner for his preschool students, and there are plenty of frozen dinners. Now, stop throwing a temper tantrum in front of us. You're especially embarrassing, Dave.
Look, Joseph, we're not going to waste our time dealing with you and your childish behavior, not to mention, you're acting very entitled. Come on everyone, let's go.
Wait, come back here. I want my Kid Cuisine dinner, 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 I want my Kid Cuisine dinner.
Joseph Christopher Reed, get up off the floor, right now, we're going home.
No, not until you get me my Kid Cuisine frozen dinner.
We're not getting you anything, not with the way you're acting right now. And you're too old to be having Kid Cuisine dinners. Those are for 5-year-olds. Now let's go home.
Joseph, stop throwing a tantrum. We heard you and Brian were arguing over Kid Cuisine dinner that he needed to get for his father, claiming it was yours, when in fact, it wasn't.
But Mom and Dad, I wanted a Kid Cuisine frozen dinner. But Brian got it before I did.
That was not a good excuse to act the way you did in Walmart. We could hear your tantrums several aisles from the frozen food section. You were embarrassing the Johnson family and everyone in the store for that matter.
Besides, we told you that we're not getting you that kind of stuff because you're too old for that. You're 11 and Kid Cuisine is for 5 and 6-year-olds.
I'm not too old to have Kid Cuisine. Just like I'm not too old for Coco Melon.
Joseph, that is enough. For the way you acted in Walmart, you will be grounded for another 2 weeks. You will immediately go upstairs to your room when we get home.
Go to your room, now.
Alright, Alan and Tony, you can go look for Halloween costumes that you want to pick out for Halloween. I'll be in the kitchen appliances section, and once you have found something, send me a message on WhatsApp.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see you in a few minutes. Here we are at the Halloween costume section. I'm thinking of being Spider-Man this year.
I know what I want to be for Halloween.
And what is it?
I want to be a character from Wonder Pets. I've always wanted a Wonder Pets costume, and now I can finally get one.
Alan, I don't think those Wonder Pets costumes are going to fit you. They're not your size, number one, and number two, I think you're too old for Wonder Pets.
Nonsense, I am not too old for Wonder Pets, same with Coco Melon. Besides, I think those costumes will fit me just fine. Just wait and see until you see me as a Wonder Pets character when we go trick or treating on Halloween.
I just don't think it's a good idea to get you a Wonder Pets costume. I think we should get something else instead, like a Simpsons costume.
But I don't want to be a Simpsons character for Halloween. I want to be a Wonder Pets character, so therefore, I want a Wonder Pets costume for Halloween this year.
Come on, Alan, please don't get started with another childish tantrum, especially in Cole's. Mom is not going to be very happy if she sees you're acting like a 3-year-old, and you always do this every time we go places. And it's really getting embarrassing.
I want a Wonder Pets costume. 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 Please, I want to be a Wonder Pet for Halloween. Yeah. I want a Wonder Pets costume. 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 Please, I want to be a Wonder Pet for Halloween. Yeah.
Alan, seriously, you can't be throwing these kinds of tantrums in public. Now, everyone is looking at us because of you. So I suggest you get up off the floor, so that we can get you a different Halloween costume. The Wonder Pets costumes won't fit you at all.
How could you say something like that? Of course, I am going to fit into the costume. It's a one-size-fits-all Halloween costume, and I want Mom to buy it for me. Is it that complicated?
I'm not going to ask you again, but please stop acting so childish. And look, Mom is coming over right now because she can hear your tantrums.
Oh my goodness, what is going on over here? Alan, I could hear your tantrums all the way from the kitchen appliance section.
No, it's because Tony doesn't want me to get the Wonder Pets costume for Halloween.
Actually, Alan, Tony is right. You don't need a Wonder Pets costume because, number 1, it won't fit you because it's made for little kids, and number 2, you're too old for Wonder Pets. Why don't you get something else instead?
I don't want to get something else. 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 I want you to buy me the Wonder Pet costume.
Right, that's it. Alan, we're going straight home, and you're not getting a Halloween costume today. I can buy you one from Amazon. Now, let's get into the car.
Yeah.
Stop it. Just stop it.